Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Car Talk. I'm here with Krist Soup.
Hello everyone.
And today's topic is creativity. So we're just gonna talk about it and we're just gonna see what comes up.
Yep.
What do you do to be creative?
What do I do to get creative inspiration? People ask me this all the freaking time, and honestly, I feel like I get creative inspiration through dreams. Which is weird because that's one of the reasons why I named myself Krist Soup, was because of a dream.
Really?
Yeah, okay, that's another story. Doing boring things like washing the dishes or showering, I feel like that's a huge one.
And where you just mindlessly just start thinking,
doing
right?
mindlessly things is where I like my mind starts going in another direction. While
because you're just doing such tedious things.
It's easier to not force creativity, which I think is why doing boring things helps.
Do your chores,
clean your room, relax, take a bath, and yeah, when I'm half asleep too, when it's 3 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, my mind starts wandering.
Okay,
and
yeah,
then
that's
I come up with
happened
weird
before,
ideas.
Yeah. That's happened so many times to me that I need to keep a journal next to my bed and a pen. So when I wait, when I'm just almost about to sleep and just an idea pops into mind, I have to write it down. Otherwise I'm gonna forget it the next day.
It's so weird. I was telling you before, but I'm not a pen to pad person. I'm a finger to my notes app person because it's so much faster. So whenever I get an idea, I'll just quickly type it up on my phone and then put my phone and then fall back asleep. But yeah, it's usually that.
Yeah, and I feel showers, those are definitely when I get super creative and I get a lot of inspiration just when I'm just standing in the shower. And then all these ideas come and it's really weird.
Another huge way I get inspiration is probably just by looking at creators who inspire me. So any artist, or not even artist, but whatever field of creativity you're in.
Yeah, and then just looking.
Okay, that does not make any sense.
People who inspire you and their ways of editing maybe are super cool and you're just whoa.
And I read the book Steal Like an Artist, and he talked a lot about creativity and how you can look up to your favorite artist and kind of steal it, but not really, because that sounds bad, but get inspiration from it because everything is basically stolen.
That's
even
true.
your favorite people, Casey Neistat, for example, he got his inspiration from someone else, and you could see that. I forgot what the names of the actual people were, but you could see similar styles to his favorite people that he's inspired by. Through all those inspirations, he created his own style that's original and unique to what he does.
Because no one can do it exactly the same.
Yeah, no one can
just. I'm inspired by him and I try to make it kind of like him. It's still not exactly the same.
No.
There's still something different about it.
And I think that key difference is the fact that Casey Neistat is Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
And I feel he's so big because of his personality and because of who he is, and not just because of his technicalities and the fact that he edits the way he does, but because he's a cool guy and people like that he doesn't care about anyone else and he's just himself.
Yeah, I think that's something that he talks about a lot too, about how it doesn't matter what editing or what equipment you have, it's about the stories that you're telling. The other thing I've noticed is that whenever I go back to school, I just feel I lose all my creativity, which is what I was going to tell you in the restaurant earlier, but I want to save for this.
Oh, okay. This thing that you're going to say.
But yeah, I just feel it's so weird. I feel when I'm back home, I feel so much more creative, and I don't know if it's just because I have more freedom technically, because I have a car, I can go places, I can meet up with people, and when I'm at school, I just feel so confined to one area.
Oh,
And
that
I don't
sucks.
feel creative, which is really weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel I was a huge daydreamer when I was in school. I mean, before I was in art school, because in art school I was way too creative. I was thinking of bizarre ideas all the time, and it was too much. But when I was in high school, I would daydream a lot, and I had trouble paying attention. So in a way, like I said, it was that mindless thinking. I would do what I wasn't supposed to be doing, but then I'd be so productive at thinking of ideas rather than actually paying attention to the lecture. But yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
did you see that TED Talk of how school kills creativity?
No. But did you see that? Do you know Prince Iya?
I saw some of his videos.
He did a
really
new one
rad.
that was school system.
Ooh.
So you should watch that one.
Link it down below, and I'll
down
watch it
below.
with you for the first time.
It's super good. Oh my god, he also made another one that was like being you, or like chasing after your dreams or something like that. I'll send that one to you too. Also link down below. I forgot the actual title.
I love inspirational videos
so
like that.
good. I was watching it in the gym while I was running, and I was like, yes.
You could do that?
Yes. Yeah.
That's so hard for me, like moving up and down and like trying to look at the area. That's why if I do try to watch a YouTube video while exercising, I just do the bicycle machine.
Oh, right.
But anyway.
Anyway, depending on where you are, like that'll change your creativity.
I feel like it shouldn't let
Limit
you
or something, right? Yeah, I didn't think it would either, but like when I was at school, I just finished my first week of school. I didn't think about YouTube at all. There were no like video ideas running through my head, and like there was none of that. And then I came back home and I was meeting up with Kristine, and then like I just started having like more ideas, which is so weird.
I feel like no matter where you are, because like I said, I get a lot of inspiration from people I look up to, and whether that's like through books or like artwork or anything online. And obviously it definitely helps to have a creative environment of friends. Yeah, I'm like getting a suntan here, but
Very hot. I don't know why I keep doing this like in the sun.
that
I actually wanted
forces
to.
you to think more creatively.
That's
actually. And creativity is a muscle, and I feel like a lot of people don't have the confidence. They think that, you know, you have to be artistic or you have to be like a musician to be creative.
Everyone has creativity.
You could be like an independent businesswoman and you're like constantly thinking creatively of solutions to problems, and I feel like that in itself is being creative. And you have to be smart, and you have to think smart, and you have to think differently and outside the box to be creative. And if you stop using that muscle, and if like, let's say you're in school and you're just like constantly just memorizing information, and there's another part of your brain, your left brain or whatever, that's not getting used as much.
Yeah.
Which for me was like the opposite. Like I forgot how to freaking study and do simple math equations when I was in art school, and still now. But yeah, it's like a muscle that you just have to keep using.
Yeah, and I think when you were saying about how like everyone has creativity, I feel like people are afraid of expressing themselves like creatively. Everyone has a different creative outlet. Like you could maybe just like when you're writing in your journal, like that might be really creative to you, or like that might be really inspirational to you. And like, I don't know, it's literally just like anything.
I feel like everyone secretly likes to create whatever it is, and maybe as a young child you might have been discouraged. Like it could have been a little moment in like preschool where you were drawing something or doodling something, and then someone made fun of you for it, and that could have like stuck with you. And then like as you grew older, you just subconsciously told yourself like, oh, I'm not a creative person, and then you just like never had the confidence to try or like give yourself credit. A lot has to do with being confident in your ideas and being confident to even try to be imaginative or whatever.
I think that's super important. Just like trying, like just try new things. And obviously some things you're not gonna like, but at least you know that you don't like it. You'll never know unless you try.
You'll never know. What's that one quote?
You never know unless you try.
No, the one about like
Oh my god, okay, Prince EA, I'm sorry, but
Prince Iya?
Yeah, his video that I'm linking down below, one thing that he said in that I now repeat like all the time. Doubt has killed more dreams than failure ever did.
Ooh.
So, write that down, print it out, post it
Preach,
everywhere.
girl, preach.
But like he said that and I was like, whoa, that is so true. Your self-doubt stops you from pursuing the things that you actually want to try.
I went to VidCon last year, and then Anna Akano was doing a panel, and she said that like 90% of everything you make is gonna suck, and that's okay. Or not suck. She said like 90% of everything you make is gonna be mediocre, and that's okay. Like you don't, she talked about like bad improv, and the whole point of, wait, never mind, I don't want to talk about this. I'm gonna go on forever.
Basically, what we're trying to say here is being creative isn't something that only certain people are allowed to do or have the ability to do. Everyone has the ability to be creative in whatever it is. Like, everyone has a different creative outlet, and if you never try anything new, then you'll never know. And like, who knows, maybe
Seriously,
an hour from right I don't know. An hour from now you could try something new like painting, and turns out you're an amazing painter. You never know.
You don't have to have this big pressure to be creative. It's not like everyone has to be creative. Don't doubt yourself, yeah, like we talked about. And I feel like a lot of people who are seeking inspiration do it because they're in a creative rut, and being in a creative rut is one of the worst things. It's kind of like creativity block, and you're like, oh, I'm like just not feeling it anymore. I don't have any more ideas that excite me anymore, and that happens to me quite a bit.
How do you get out of that?
It's like time. I don't know, like I feel like it's meant to be. It's just a part of the whole creative cycle.
Yeah.
Because if you were excited all the time, then the exciting moments are no longer exciting. So you just kind of have to accept it and let that motivate you to just like realize where you are and then fight to be better.
Yeah, I think something that really helps with being in creative block is talking about it with other people that are like maybe you look up to. Because I feel like when I talk to other YouTubers or other bloggers when I'm in a creative block, like it really helps because they're usually very motivated, and they're like, yeah, like even when we were just talking before, you're like, yeah, I'm like so excited about this, and then that just made me more excited to like think of new ideas, and like definitely talking about it with other people help too. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We are burning up in here. Kristine is like halfway into the sun, but we hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Be sure to check out Kristine. Her channel will be linked down below, and watch those 2 other videos that are linked below as well. And to see the first car talk episode, that'll be linked down below. Anyway, where are you going?
I'm just gonna accept the fact that this is good for me. I'm too pale. I need to get out more often.
We're gonna talk to you guys next time, or I guess I will. She'll talk to you on her channel. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.